Ladies and gentlemen, the secret NDA embargo is up. I am able to finally share with you guys all the first ever gameplay footage of Grief. Treyarch invited me out to play this game mode that is not necessarily brand new. If you guys remember, this first came out back all the way during Black Ops 2 over 10 years ago. We finally have the return of a fan favorite game mode, and today I'm going to be taking you guys through explaining exactly how this game mode works, my honest thoughts on it, and everything that you need to know before going into this for the launch of Season 4. First and foremost, let's talk about how this game mode actually works, and is it any different from the original Grief game mode in Black Ops 2? If you never played BO2 Grief, essentially it is a 4v4 competitive game mode where you basically have 8 human beings on the map, and you all fight against each other to see who dies first. However, you're not actually allowed to shoot each other. All of the damage must come from zombies. One of the biggest differences in BO6 is that you can actually screw over the enemy team by completing challenges before they do. How this works is a zone is going to pop up on the ground that you must stand inside, and while you're inside the zone, you need to complete different tasks. These tasks are as easy as just killing zombies from inside the zone. Some of them are doing headshots, some of them are getting equipment kills, and other things are really difficult, like getting melee kills inside the zone. The penalty the other team will get will actually pop up as the zone is popping up, so you know exactly what you're able to do to screw over the enemy team. These can range from things like freezing the enemy team so that they move super slowly, spawning in a bunch of boss zombies on top of them, making all of their weapons lose ammo consistently, or just do way less damage overall. But this is not the only thing you can do to screw over the enemy team. Much like in BO2, you can spray at the enemy team with an assault rifle, a shotgun, any sort of weapon that does damage, and any damage done to the player will slow them down. This also works with knifing, it works with stun charges, and another thing that is brand new is that you can shock charge the enemy team. Basically, any equipment that you use will affect the enemy team and actually really screw over their game. I managed to kill a couple of people just by using a shock charge in the games that we had. Unfortunately, this game mode, when we played it, did not have the meat, which basically was a mini monkey bomb that you could throw on top of a player and make all of the zombies attack that player. That didn't have anything like that in the build that we played. Not saying that won't be there at launch, but it wasn't whenever we played. But one good thing is that this game mode can be played on every single map that exists on Black Ops 6. And what's even better than that is that every single map has multiple areas that you can actually fight in. For instance, we voted for Shattered Vale to play on this map, and whenever we got into the game, it randomizes the location that you spawn in. Obviously, this one is the spawn area, but we also played over in the dinosaur area. Basically, each map within itself is going to have 3, 4, maybe even 5 different zones for you to fight in. Now, how this works is each zone is going to look exactly like it looks in the normal game mode. So if there is Jug there, there's going to be Jug in that game mode. If there is an armor wall by, it's going to be in the same exact place. So for instance, in the spawn area, not only do we obviously have the Pack-a-Punch machine, but we also have the Arsenal machine, we have a crafting machine, we have all 3 armor tiers all in the spawn location, as well as a Wonder Fizz in order for you to buy all the perks that you want. Basically, the whole normal zombies experience is condensed into a small area in the map with 8 people running around and everybody trying to kill each other the entire time. Now, how competitive and how actually quote-unquote griefable is the other team? If you get a God Squad together, how much could you actually grief the other team in order to kill them a lot? At this point, it's hard for me to say based off my game so far, because I was playing with a lot of people who are brand new at zombies. These were a lot of Warzone players, and let's just say I think I end this game with over 30 revives, so it's kind of hard to see just how coordinated a team could actually be at beating the other team. Speaking with one of the devs, I did mention that the shock charges felt very powerful for griefing the other team, and he said yes, that is by design. There's actually a lot of ways that you're going to be able to kill the other team by just outplaying them and outmaneuvering them, which I really liked. Now, they mentioned in the blog post, and it was true in the game, that gobblegums are enabled in this game mode, which I think is going to be the biggest thing that they probably will need to figure out, and I have a suggestion for this. I think that in this game mode, whenever it comes out, there should be a public queue that is a gobblegum queue and another queue that is a gobblegum free queue. I think trying to argue that they should just not do gobblegums at all, I just feel like that's not going to work. However, having a separate queue for people who want to do just the base experience without any perkaholics, without 18 million billion near-death experiences on the other team, I think it's going to add a lot of longevity to the game, because when these teams have just like spent a ton of money on gobblegums, it then just becomes a pay-to-win system. I don't mind gobblegums at all in the slightest in zombies, because it's a PvE game mode, you know what I mean? And I think they add a lot in terms of replayabilities and everything like that. But oh my god, if they allow gobblegums into every single queue in this game mode, it's just going to be absolutely plagued by people who just spend a lot of money on gobblegums and just run over every single game because they just cannot die. There's so many powerful gobblegums in this game. When it becomes competitive, I think that's where I kind of like draw the line of, I really think that they should have 2 different queues in order to allow everybody to have an experience that they want to have. However, my honest thoughts on this game mode is that I, in the couple hours that we played at Treyarch, had an absolute blast playing this game mode. I think, no joke, for the casual zombie fan, this might be the brand new, most fun way to just run around and shoot zombies with a competitive objective. There's absolutely no setup time. There is no learning Easter eggs. There is no learning where Pack-a-Punch is. There is no quest steps. There's nothing to actually learn in this game mode except for whenever a thing pops up on your screen that says get headshots on zombies, do that. That is literally the extent of how much you have to know in order to play this game mode. Obviously, you can grief the other team and shoot them, and there's shock charges, everything like that. But in terms of just running around and shooting zombies, putting 8 players in a very, very tightly confined space, I'm not gonna lie, was super, super fun for me. And I'm not a casual player at all. I've been playing this game for 15 years, and I had an absolute blast. Also, funny enough, this might end up being the only game mode in Call of Duty history ever again that happens that will not have skill-based matchmaking in it, because you're just going against random zombie players. There's no KDA and zombies that they're tracking. Well, maybe actually, I won't say that. Maybe there is. Another pro is I feel like there actually is a good amount of skill expression in this. I was probably, not just tooting my own horn here, the best zombie player in the lobby. No one else really ever even played zombies at all. And I was able to clearly carry my team here. I was able to bring in a whole bunch of people who had never played before and absolutely keep our team up and end up winning this game by a absolute hair. This ends up being a very, very good game. But I like that it wasn't just a watered down version where if my team is bad, I am going to lose no matter what. It is available to be solo carried, or you can get carried if that's your thing. If you just want to kind of hop on and play casually, you can still win a lot of games if you have one good player on your team. Plus the incredible fact that Zombies now has an official 8-player game mode in Black Ops 6, meaning that you no longer confined to 4 people, and if you have more than 4 friends, too bad you're not playing Zombies anymore. Now you can play Grief if you have any number of players from 2 to 8, so you can play with different sizes lobbies. You can do a 2v2 Grief mode. You can do a 4v4 Grief mode. It is absolutely incredible to have a higher player count in Zombies. We used to do glitches for this all the time back in the day. Now for the cons, I obviously have touched on that Gobblegum. Hopefully that is an option to just have different queues in the future. Another con that I definitely felt playing this is that I felt like we need a couple different more, you know, Grief things happening during the matches. I really liked the lockdowns that we had where basically you have to go in, you have to complete the objective, and then the other team gets a penalty. I would like to either see more of those happen throughout with a little bit of different variety, or happen a little bit more often, but obviously that's something that can be tweaked. I also think it would be a super cool idea to do some cool stuff with basically like, I don't know, 2 people get sucked into a 1v1 arena, and the winner of that gets a buff, or the loser of that gets dropped into an arena with a couple different Margwas. As you're about to see on screen here, spawning in friendly boss zombies is really cool and adds a lot to the suspense of this, and I would definitely like to see more of this in the Grief mode, because whenever this stuff happened, it felt great. It really felt like you were griefing the enemy team. Additionally, with this update, unfortunately, we didn't get to use this in this game, but we have a brand new ammo mod. Well, brand new to this game, I should say, rather. We have a new ammo mod, Shatter Blast, which has a couple of augments and minor augments that have been revealed. The big augments are Shatter Blast can now be used against elite enemies, which have huge explosions, apparently. We have Blast Repair for every enemy that has its armor damaged by Shatter Blast. The armor health will be restored for the player. And we have Blast Chain on explosion. 3 additional explosions occur in rapid succession. And then the minor augments are increase the explosion damage, increase the size of the explosion, or normal enemies are knocked down by the explosion. So we should have that coming in soon. In addition, with this update, we have 3 brand new Gobblegums: Explosive Flourish, Flavor Hex, and Rainbirds. Explosive Flourish is basically 2 minutes of Electric Cherry, except instead of electric shocks, it is going to send out explosions around you whenever you reload. We have Flavor Hex, which is a legendary, which activates a random Ultra Gobblegum. Low-key, this one is actually very good because all of the Ultras are incredibly good, and basically activating this is going to give you a lot, and I mean a lot of value whenever you use it. And Rainburps is a whimsical that zombies killed will basically throw up sparkly rainbows, and that lasts for 3 minutes. Also, there's going to be a Rivals event, and if you complete everything through that Rivals event, you will get the Grim Reaper support weapon, which obviously is going to be just more big explosions. Hopefully it breaks something again. I would like to see more broken stuff. It's been really fun with the underbarrel grenade launchers. Let me know if you have any specific questions about anything that I played down below in the comments. I'll try to answer everything. And watch the rest of this game. It gets absolutely insane. I'm not gonna lie, I clutch up an ungodly amount.
Move up front.
We say in the biz, got plenty more where that came from. And I'll do it again, many bloody times. See one. Enjoying your little holiday, hey? Shooter.
No, wait, that's not my knife.
Sorry. Were you enjoying the view of certain dude? Did that taint you or just beat its own Red Bull in a scary fucking shit compo? Eyes on Senke. Single shooter. Some light brainwashing. Voila. Any of you hotshots want to beat my high school? Have eyes on.
They don't like that, who's it? Then again, who would?
Movement. Anyone else want to run through a brick wall with me? Can't we become housekeepers for these pricks? You like that? I know I sure as fuck did. the meat locker yet.
Capture the flag! No, that's not this mode.
Bad guys, you fuckface! Fucker was within large shit. Come on, we got more damage to do. Gotta move up. Sick. Look who's keeping up with you geezers.
This depleted ammo! Something terrible will happen to them!
Friday night, fuckos. Time to get bombed. Dad always said it pays to have mates in low places. Marking location.
Tears into itty little bits.
You're mine. Nice! Gotta get our fun in where we can, am I right? Where are you going, mate? You're slacking on the dome. You're making us all look bad. Tally. Written time for you. You lucky undead bastard. Anyone packing marshmallows? Oh, too soon?
If you want to succeed, you'll get to that grief zone now!
I'll make this look easy. But it's not. It's not at all. I hate it. Just an idea. Cheers, mate. It's on me. Hostile decoys. Hostile shooter. Enemy impact. That was close. New target.
Full power.
Oi, hands off. Strip club rules, degenerates.
Take the blade!
Remind me to give you a discount, yeah? Yeah! You poor bastards. You wouldn't last 10 minutes with any self-respecting haunted owl. I've left worse things a chance, and I'm still here. Wish I'd asked this the last time I was moving goods in Manila. Enemy 12 o'clock. Am I that good or you that stupid? Doesn't matter. I'm dead. We say in the biz, got plenty more where that came from. Fizzy drink says, nobody's dying on my watch.
I have no doubt some of you will make them. Double point.
That's a better death than you deserve. Smells like Uncle Barto's basement. That's where he did most of his paint hopping. Suck it up, you soggy twat. Save the time to crocodile tears. Second. Ah, shit. Do I need to bribe you with a dicky or something?
Don't let it bother you. You all know how to juggle, right?
sniper working. This is the one that's gonna turn me purple and make me blind.
If you're not too tired, feel free to take a little victory lap. Terminus. Grief. I have one strict rule. Absolutely no shanking in the shower.
This one. Single shooter.
Double point. Insta-kill.
There we are. That should have you
It
singing
is
a
of
new deadlier
absolute vital
tune.
importance that you do not dilly-dally. The other team won't.
You know what's going to be? I'm smelling it. Sick. Look who's keeping up with you geezers. Heads up. Molotov inbound. Decoy coming in. Eyes on enemy.
Victory there. Whatever.
That's the thermod. Enemy's got a shot charge. I've seen warp rats bigger than you. That didn't fly, but whatever.
Yes, make them like wormy things.
mine when I dumped my eggs.
Double point. New zone, new plan. Go there!
Getting some bang for my buck. Not that I ever paid full price. Any of you hot dogs want to beat my high score?
The kill. In time you will get used to it. Unfortunately, we do not have time.
From a decoy.
Bonus point.
You fucking wish it was that easy. And believe me, you ain't the first.
Insta kill.
Tag into Wonder Fizz. This one's
Tear
gotta
them
be
to
popular with the
itty little
Unikins.
bits.
Enemy 12 o'clock. Hell of a shot, mate. Let's see you do it again. Busting heads for fun and profit. And business is booming.
A new zone has appeared. Capture it by any means necessary.
This is me being
Double
efficient.
point.
discount, yeah?
That kill.
Enjoying your little holiday, hey?
Look at them. Their team is falling apart.
Can someone please tell me why these aren't standard issue? You get exactly 30 seconds of sympathy from me. Then back to work. Death machine deployed.
To the victor go the spoils.
Liberty Falls, Grief. Friends, it's time to put on your biggest, shiniest pair of +5 boots of ass kicking.
Target in the open.
Max armor.
Hostile shooter.
Bonus points, bonus fun. Something's coming through. It's a zone. A zone you should take.
That's what you get for splattering your slop all over my good boots.
Tear them to pieces!
marksmanship. Goodness, that'll be good.
So much for the bang bang. It's time to make this a step.
Yeah, feels like my blood's been swapped with jet fuel.
I always wanted to say that. Your trial, if you will accept it, is to take that zone.
See that, Peck? How about you get off your ass and give it a go? Oi, mark and pack a punch. Semtex out.
Fetch me their swords!
easy, kid. We are going places. Shattered fail, grief. Let's see. Get them before they get you. This manual is not comprehensive.
You're mine. Got a mover.
Bonus points, bonus fun.
Moving. Whoops, where'd your head go? There's one.
Max armor.
See one.
That? Oh, it's just a zone. You know, the entire point of this mode. No big. Double points.
Boy, Shane, you got snacks in there? I could really tear into some pork rinds right now.
Tear them to pieces!
Single shooter.
Everyone apologize to the other team. Come on. No one? There. That is cold.
Boy, lock and pack a punch. Have eyes on. Throwing decoy. Yeah. He's got a lead and all that. Tough luck, Tank Face. No giant stuck bear for you. Enemy spotted.
through. It's a zone you should take.
Sick. Look who's keeping up with you, geezers.
Max armor. As I always say, no ammo, more problems.
Dad would be proud of that one.
Engaging shooter.
That's what you get for splattering and slop all over my good boots. Beats pumping iron at the gym.
Fetch me their souls!
The Wonder Fizz here. I'm no hero, but I've got the fucking need. Come on, dust yourself off. You're no good to a shuffle chow.
I shouldn't laugh, but their losses bring me deep, abiding joy. The other team is going through some things. What's to be them?
This ain't the time for crocodile tears.
In your face, director! In your smug, fleshy face!